Hey, I bet you didn't expect that. Sexy PC tips. Okay, did you know that your PC holds some really good secrets inside of it? A lot of the time, we go about using our PC and we really don't know what's inside. So I just wanted to share with you some of the little bits and pieces that I've discovered over the time that I've been using computers, which is actually probably about 15 years now. So I've learned quite a bit. Okay, so let's go down to the start button over here. This is where most of the secrets are held, and we're going to go into all programs. So let's click on that, and we're going to pop into accessories. Now I'm using Windows 7. It's the latest version of Windows on this computer, and you can see that I'm in the accessories at the moment. So first of all, we've got calculator. That's an old favourite and everybody knows how to use that. Don't think I need to explain that one. Going back again, all programs and accessories, and the next thing I'm going to do is to show you the notepad. Now this is something I use quite a lot. If I'm writing a long Facebook post, or I want to be a little bit creative with a blog post, this is the first place that I jump to. This is the notepad, and in here it's a really simple text pad that you can just write straightforward text with. So there we go. You can just correct my spelling. It's got some simple ways to save things. You can change the page setup and do a little bit of simple formatting. For example, if you wanted to change the font, then you can do that just here. But we're not going to go into that for too much longer. Okay, so that's the notepad. I tend to write notes and save them to my desktop, or if it's something a little bit more comprehensive, I would save that into one of the folders inside my PC. Okay, the next thing that I wanted to share with you is again in all programs and again in accessories, and it's the paint tool. Now this tool can be really handy for people that just want to do the absolute basics as far as changing the colour of something, or putting a border around something, or even just, let's say for example, I'm going to choose a brush. Let's choose a nice big fat one, and it's not that fat, is it? Okay, it's more like a pencil, and here's me trying to not too successfully write my name. You can change the size of the actual screen that you're writing on, and you can also change the colour. So here we are, let's change the colour, go back to my brushes, choose a fat one. Here we are, there's a big fat one. Okay, so that's the paint tool. Same things apply. If you go in here, you can save it, you can print it, you can even send it out by email, or if I wanted to, I could even set that as my desktop background, but I don't think I will in this case. Okay, so that's the simple paint version that we've got there. I'm just going to close out of that. I'm not going to save that either. The next thing that I want to show you is something that is an absolute favourite of mine. So let's go down to accessories, into all programs, and it's the snipping tool. Now the snipping tool can be used if you just need to grab a small area, a little screenshot of something. If you want to do a small close-up of a picture, then you can use the snipping tool. So as you can see, my screen is now greyed out, and I'm just going to grab Sexy PC Tips, and at this point I could save it, I could copy it, or I could again send it in an email. I can rub a bit away from it, or I can highlight it, but here I'm just going to save it as a JPEG. I'm going to put Sexy Tips, and I'm going to save it to my desktop, and there it is. So now if I close that, minimize my screen, and have a look up here, double click on that, and that brings up Sexy PC Tips, and that was a little snippet that I grabbed just a moment ago. So let's close out of that. So there's just a couple more bits that I wanted to share with you, and one of those is really important, and that's in accessories again, but this time we have to come all the way down to System Tools. So we click on that and into Character Map, and in here we've got all of the different fonts listed. Most of the time we tend to work in Arial, and in here you'll see some of the characters that people can include in Word documents or other programs such as Photoshop or Illustrator. These are the characters for text. So we've got like the copyright sign, the registered sign, and even the degree sign. And what you would do is you would click on that, select it, copy it. Let's go back to Notepad, open up a new Notepad and say this is registered, and then we would Control V on the keyboard to paste it in. Okay, so that's the character map here on the left hand side. Really useful tool for when you're using different text symbols that you need. So I'm going to close out of that, close out of our Notepad, and don't save it. There are lots of other little goodies in the All Programs accessories, but I'm not going to go into all of those now. There's the sound recorder, great for if you're just needing to record some audio, dictation, that kind of thing. There's your sticky notes, these would come up on your desktop. There's a word pad. There's also some other little goodies in these folders, and you can investigate those in your own time. But the one thing that I just want to finish off showing you is the Windows Live Movie Maker. Now the Windows Live Movie Maker is the program that I use to edit all of the movies that I put up on YouTube. I'm not going to show you all of the functionality of it here now because we don't have time, but I can just show you quickly. If I wanted to add a video, I'd go to my video library and choose one of these. Let's say I chose that one, open it, and there it is. There's me on the video, and you can see all of this has now become highlighted and available to use to put up on YouTube, Facebook, SkyDrive, Windows Live groups, and even Flickr. So this is Windows Live Movie Maker. This is where you will edit your movies and change everything around, add music, anything like that. And that again, I'm going to close that now. Do we want to save the change? No, we don't. So we would find that down at the Start button in All Programs, and here, Windows Live Movie Maker. Every PC has a version of Windows Live Movie Maker. If you're using an older platform, i.e. XP or Vista, you may have Windows Movie Maker 2.6, but most of the time we've got Windows Live Movie Maker on the newer versions of Windows 7. So I hope that's been useful to you. Like I say, my name is Debbie, and my blog is www.debbieshort.com. It'd be really great for you to pop in and have a look at my blog, and also for you to leave some comments below in the box below this video. Thanks ever so much for listening. Take care. Bye.